Hi, and welcome back to Blue's Garden. This is your mid-March update, where we're at.
So, mid-March update. Towards the end of the video, I'll take a grand tour of the seed starting area where I've got my seedlings going, see what's germinated, what hasn't, how things are coming along. We are going to tackle a quick tour outside to see how the outdoor gardens look like. We are just starting to see some decent ice and snow melt, so you can actually see where the garden is. Still way too early to be working outside. There's still plenty of snow and ice out there, but at least it's not, mid-thigh deep. Got my seed potato in, and I got plenty of bulbs growing indoors. So let's take a quick look-see around Blue's garden. As well as stuff that I have started from seed. Here is a quick look at some of the flowers I have going on inside the house. Now indoors I have this, it's called an Amadeus. I think it's Amadeus lily, but it's Amadeus, I know that part. And I also have a bunch of paper whites on the dining room table that are doing well. That Amadeus really needs a better support, but the paper whites are doing great. Let's take a quick look outside at the garden. Finally starting to see some snow melt, so we're actually going to get a chance to see what's going on out there. And outside, this is the area where potatoes grow. I'll probably double that in size this year. This is inside here is squashes, cucumbers, carrot, and some beefsteak types. In here, along this fence is usually my cherry tomato type. Currently, this is garlic overwintering, and will be garlic in the spring. And then this half of the bed is usually onion. I am going to try a new thing that I heard from a friend on how to seed some purple coneflower. Now, typically, I have taken a bunch of purple coneflower seed, put it in some slightly damp paper towel, put it inside the fridge, not freezer, fridge, and 4 weeks or so, and that is cold stratifying. You're mimicking what takes place over winter. I also did that, and I got plenty of germination, and that you'll see in the seeds tour, the seedling tour. But this new method that I heard from a friend, take a look. As I mentioned, handful of purple coneflower, and then literally where I want them to go, I also have purple coneflower underneath there, but just toss a handful of it onto the snow. So excited. I got my seed potato order from Wood Prairie Farm. If you don't know them, they are the go-to people to go. Small family farm operated up in northern Maine, world of the potato. And they grow for small homesteads, medium-sized homesteads, and home farms. Sorry, home gardeners. They grow seed potato. They don't produce thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds of potato for supermarkets. They grow seed potato for small farmers and home gardeners. Let's take a tour of what I ordered and get them ready. I typically order them. You can ask them to ship on a certain date. I ask politely, and they're a wonderful family. They typically ship to me around March 1st. And my goal is then, if it takes a week or so to get here, I get 2 to 4 weeks where I can then green the potatoes up, chit them out, however you want to set, whatever you want to call it. It's where the seed potato, it's where the little buds start to form from the eyes. Just gives it a little head start on your potato before you put them out, which allows me to get somewhere between somewhere around the end of March, early April for when I actually get them in ground. Let's see what I got. As I mentioned, I aim for delivery around the 1st of March for my seed potato. I typically get 3 or 5, depending on which pound bags of seed potato. And when I harvest these, I save a few more and add it I try and get a second growing. So Wood Prairie Family Farm up in northern Maine. Great folks, great family. I got Adirondack Blue, purple flesh, purple skin. Adirondack Red, red skin, red flesh. Sarpo Una is a brand new variety they just introduced this year. And Yukon Gold, a classic. In addition, when you place orders, depending on the day, you get a free deal. I ended up with 3 pounds of some potato fertilizer, free, just for placing an order. Sign up, see what they give you for deals. Fantastic family, great people, and they grow a great seed potato. We have, first up, Sarpo Una. These are the seed potato, small seed potato. I think that's the perfect size. So does Caleb and Jim up at the farm, and they've been growing them professionally for years, decades. Adirondack Blue. There's a couple of larger ones here, so I will probably end up slicing a couple of these and then let them harden off a little. So I can double these larger ones, I will end up cutting them in half and then let the skins heal up. The raw insides heal up and end up with more seed potato. Yukon Gold, another as I mentioned, it is the classic yellow potato. And finally, the Adirondack Red. Red flesh, red skin. I grow a ton of them. I try and get 2 anyway, plantings of the Adirondack Red. 1 as soon as I can get the ground worked. They are about 110 days, and then same immediately refresh the soil and then replant. And you see that one big one, I'll probably get that one cut in half for a seed potato. That way there I get another harvest end of October. Perfect for Thanksgiving. Batch of potato for Thanksgiving. In a darkened place, they will chit out, green out. The eyes will start to grow a little bit. That just gives you a head start before you get them in the ground around the 1st of April. End of March, 1st of April. And there's some canning and whatnot in the background. And finally, let's take a tour of the seeds and seedlings and see where they're at for mid-March. First up, Zabroon shallots in the front, Tokyo long white and red beard. Both of those are bunching onion, and some alto leeks. Those are all in, getting a head start before I plant them. Italian oregano, a couple of little bins of some oregano going on here. I go through a ton of herbs, so I'm constantly replanting. Started some lavender seed. This is seed that I collected last fall. And start some seed and see what I got going. Rest of my onions. I got Walla Walla. This is new for me. Red Weathersfield. I grow a ton of Red Weathersfield. It is my favorite onion to cook with, so I grow a ton of it. I have a white sweet Spanish. In the background, I have Pompeii white, which is a smaller, like a cooking onion, like a kind you'd see in a boiled something, a stew or something like that. Utah yellow, and 2 of those. My wife likes the yellow cooking onion, so here is some purple coneflower. These are started from seed. And in the background on the top, you can just barely see the zinnia, which just didn't come through. And then over here is the nasturtium. This is called black velvet. And there's the zinnia six-pack. I got zero germination. They're very old seeds. I wasn't expecting much. Over here we got some peppers. I'm going to have to replant the lemon aiji. I only got one successful germination from that. I've got 3 different kinds of habanero. There's 3 that came in here. 4 that came in. I forget the variety. There's habanero Caribbean orange. Was planted later. Didn't quite come in yet. Habanero Caribbean red. That is a couple weeks behind all the other peppers. Habanada and sweet banana. Those are doing well. And then big red. Only got one decent pepper there. It's a bell pepper. And then golden California wonder. This is some sweet potato that is growing their slips. Keep them their organic sweet potato, and you keep the soil moist, and hopefully you get some slips growing. We'll see in a couple of weeks. Next up is a bunch of Roma paste type tomatoes. Amish paste. I got some decent Amish paste germination. Long purple eggplant. Very nice germination rate from that. Black Roma tomato. That's a new Roma tomato that I haven't grown before. And baby Roma, also a new one that I haven't grown. Decent germination from both of those. San Marzano, better germination than I normally get. And my regular Roma tomato. I will do a planting about every 6 or 8 weeks of Roma tomato. They're a determinant. This is some lettuce on the top part of that and some beet greens. I just cut that as salad greens. Some celery I'm regrowing from a stalk. Some herbs growing on in the background here. You can see some oregano, and then you can see some parsley in the corner. I don't know if you can see it, sort of behind the oregano. Oh, some Little Gem butter crisp lettuce, and then the parsley is just to the right of the. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Nice to catch up on a mid-March update. That's where I'm at so far with my seedlings, what's going on outside, some flowers that I've got going on, and that neat new we'll see experiment on how we seed some purple coneflower outside. I can see where it works because it mimics what happens to purple coneflower. Late fall or even early winter, the seeds pop up off of the heads of the flowers and they fall. There might be snow on the ground or other debris. There's the snow that then cold stratifies. And then once all that melts, we'll see what happens. So, again, thank you very much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. That helps me grow. That helps you grow. Thank you very much.